Very good afternoon. So today we are discussing a very burning topic, VUCA world, and we'll discuss how to manage in this VUCA world. So friends, business is all about risk taking and managing uncertainties and turbulences. Like we have seen recently, Gautam Adani, the Indian businessman. The business world has changed dramatically over the past few decades. And we now live in a connected society where change can be fast paced, constant, and unpredictable. Rapid advance in technology created an environment where the internet, smartphones, and social media are, playing very vital role. And global events such as the 2008 financial crisis, the COVID pandemic, and the most recently conflict in Ukraine have increased the sense of turbulence, danger, and unpredictability. A state of flux has replaced the sense of certainty, stability, and familiarity that people were used to. This type of environment can be described using the VUCA acronyms: VUCA. It is VUCA, VUCA, which stands for volatile, U stands for uncertain, C stands for complex, and A stands for ambiguous. So, in this talk, I'm explaining what VUCA means and how in this VUCA world we can manage our businesses and how successfully we can manage in an unpredictable business world. So, what is VUCA? The United States Army War College was one of the first organizations to use VUCA acronym. Following the 9/11 terrorist attack in 2001, military planners were worried about the radically different in unfamiliar international security environment that had emerged. So they used VUCA to describe it. VUCA stands for volatile. V stands for volatile. Changes in rapid and unpredictable in its nature and extent. U stands for uncertain. The present is unclear and the future is uncertain. C stands for complex. Many different, interconnected factors come into play with the potential to cause chaos and confusions. Ambiguous, A stands for ambiguous. There's a lack of, clarity or awareness about the situation. So VUCA represents a set of challenges that individual teams, managers, and organizations in affected industries all have to face. Individually, these challenges can be, significant, but they can be formidable when they are combined. So why this VUCA is important? Many people predict that volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity are going to become more and more, prevalent in the business world. To manage teams in the VUCA age, you should be aware of the changes that this kind of environment can cause. So, what is a VUCA environment? A VUCA environment can, destabilizing people and make them anxious, sap their motivation, thought their career moves, make constant retraining and reshaping a necessity, take huge amount of time and effort to fight, increase the changes and the chances of people making bad decisions, paralyze decision making processes, jeopardize long term projects, development, and innovations, overwhelm individual and organizations, take it toll on internal culture, bleed inward and create VUCA environment within organization. If your industry or organization is affected by this environment, you have to consider the way you and your business operate. So how to manage in this VUCA world? Although VUCA might seem, inescapable in certain industries, you can manage yourself, your team and your organization to mitigate its effect. You can even use it to your advantage. The key to managing in this environment is break VUCA down into its component part and to identify volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguity situation. Each type of situation has its own cause and resolutions. So you should aim to deal with one at a time. So how you will counter the volatility with the vision? Accept and embrace change as a constant, unpredictable feature of your working environment. Does it resist it? Create a strong, compelling statement of team objectives and values and develop a clear, shared vision of the future. Make sure that you set your team members flexible goals that you can amend when necessary. This allows them to navigate unsettled, unfamiliar situation and react quickly to changes. Most uncertainties with understanding. The second thing is uncertainty. Pause to listen. So how you will tackle it? Pause to listen and look around. This can help you understand and develop new way of thinking and acting in response to VUCA's elements. Make investing in and analyzing and interpreting business and competitive intelligence a priority so that you don't fall behind. Stay up to date with industry news and listen carefully to your customers to find out what they want. Review and evaluate your performance. Consider what you did well, what came as a surprise, and what you could do differently next time. Simulate and experiment with situations so that you can explore how they might play out and how you might react to them in future. Aim to anticipate, anticipate possible future threats and device-like responses. Gaming, scenario planning, crisis planning, role playing, and useful tools for generating foresight and preparing your responses. Then coming to complexity, react to complexity with clarity. Communicate clearly with your people in complex situations. Clearly expressed communication help them to understand your team's or organization's direction. Develop teams and promote collaboration. VUCA situations are, often too complicated for one person to handle. So build a team that can work effectively in fast-paced, unpredictable environment. Now finally, ambiguity with agility. Fight ambiguity with agility. Promote flexibility, acceptability, and agility. Plan ahead, but build in contingency time and be prepared to alter your plans as events unfold. Hire, develop, and promote people who thrive in VUCA environment. These people are likely to be, very collaborative people, comfortable and ambiguity and changes, and have complex thinking skills. Encourage your people to think and work outside of their usual functional areas. To increase their knowledge and experience, job rotation and cross training can be excellent way to improve team agility. Lead your team members but don't dictate to or control them. Develop a collaborative environment and work hard to build consensus. Encourage debate, dissent and participation from everyone. Embrace the idea culture. Kevin Robert of advertising agency, Saatchi point this alternative VUCA definition: vibrant, unreal, crazy, and astounding. This describes this kind of energetic culture that can give teams and organization a creative, agile edge in uncertain times. Reward team members who demonstrate vision, understanding, clarity, and agility. Let your people see what kind of behavior you value by highlighting innovations and calculated risk taking moves. So these are some very important, how you can tackle. So how what benefit you can get. So what are the benefits of managing a VUCA world? In an industry or an organization that affected by the VUCA, you have a choice. Either you allow VUCA to manage, overload and overwhelm you, or you accept and manage it so that you and your team can mitigate its effect. When you decide to accept VUCA, you choose to make yourself and your people less vulnerable, and you empower everyone to deal with uncontrollable, unpredictable forces. You can view VUCA as a challenge to improve your leadership and management skills, and you can turn it into an opportunity to make your team more effective by focusing on the following areas. What are those areas? First one, implementation. Work with your people to address VUCA threats at the team level. Decision making. See complexity and uncertainties as a driver for delivering deeper before making decisions rather than overwhelming forces. Innovation and creativity. Consider process of workflow innovation as a way to tackle VUCA rather than something that might suffer because of it. Searching for opportunities. Look for better deals and opportunities instead of relying on your usual vendors and supplying in a VUCA world. These opportunities can be fleeting, so you have to stay alert and seize them when they arise. Team building and organization culture. Adversity and challenges can unsettle people, but they can also focus their attention and encourage them to work towards a common goal. Recruitment improves agility by promoting and recruiting people who are comfortable in less struggle and structured and ever challenging environment. Now, what are the barriers to managing the VUCA world? One of the biggest challenges for managing in a VUCA world is team members who resist change. They may refuse to accept that the world has evolved, want to stick with tried and tested method, or simply fail to see the full picture. They might even be paralyzed by fear and fail to take actions. The unpredictability of VUCA often renders traditional top-down organizational structure obsolete. So avoid using an inflexible autocratic leadership style. In a VUCA world, collaboration, participation, debate, and even dissent are more important than obedience, command, and groupthink. They allow you to remain flexible and take actions quickly. This is all about the VUCA world. I hope you are getting the information and you are happy with the content. Thanks to the Mind Tools and everyone who are in the favor of VUCA world, and what are the how VUCA is playing very vital role in current scenario. Wish you all the very best. We'll come again with some other topic. Thank you. God bless you all.